After that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. On the run, it's Hester. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pressure coming. They're working that left side. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They go right back to him. Fights his way ahead. They get him down after a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 12. Third down coming up. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Now the play fake. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. He'll just keep slinging it. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Stanford! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate.
And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have 2. They've got 3 DBs, 3 corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming away with the kick.
Makes the grab. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Buying some time. Unleashes to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And it's caught! Touchdown, Cardinal!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The UMass offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Using the quick game. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's first. Unleashes one deep. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
He's got an open man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. UMass quickly back to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit, and he starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. You could tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet, making a clear, concise, good throw.
And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to pass. It's Daniels. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Oh, picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score,
Stanford will boot it away to start the second half.
Number 13 set to kick off.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
On second down, he'll fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Third down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Hey, get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
To the air, it's Pumachan. Got his man quickly. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Looking for room. It's John. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a 1st down UMass.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clocks.
He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, UMass! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Io Manor. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. The give to the lone running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. Fights off the defender. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
The end of the third quarter of play with the score. Stanford 21, UMass 10.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. The give to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Number 20.
These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, and I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
28, UMass 10.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UMass offense returns to the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Going up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harding.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield, it's Pumachan. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Listen, a lot of time tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you
Lets it fly deep downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in